You Fred though. I like the suit. You Fred.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, you Fred.
Absolutely. You know something about that subject matter.
Hey, you know, I like to stay fresh.
Yeah.
I like to stay fresh.
Uh-huh.
Give them a bunch of different flavors.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like to keep it cool.
What's your favorite place to go here in town? Dick's?
Not really. It's crazy. I really like Urban Outfitters.
Okay.
I really like Urban Outfitters. I'm a big Urban Outfitters guy. I mean, I may go to the mall or the PacSun sometimes. Forever 21. It's not a lot of stuff to pick from down here, so you really gotta go to a lot of spots.
Yeah.
Put it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do any online shopping?
Sometimes for accessories. For real.
For accessories?
Like hats. Maybe some shades or something like that. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like some pants, some crazy pants. Some days you just feel different. You want to go like something out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Something like that.
So, Jarrian, where are you from and how long you been at Florida State now?
Jackson, Mississippi. I've been at Florida State 3 years now.
Okay.
3 years now.
Absolutely. So, just walk us through what a day for you is like when you're going through tour duty in February and the requirements that are put on your time, what it's like both, having to wake up as early as you do, and also, what it means the night before. And what time does tour duty start?
Tour duty starts at 6 o'clock, starts at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you really need to be there by like 5:40. You need to be walking to the IPL. He'll start early, and if you're not in there, like, he got you, like, and you'll be saying you're early, but no, he got you. So you really got to be there real early. Like, it start at 6. It'll finish right on time. Like, it'll finish like an hour later, so about 7. Then boom, so you'll leave from there. You got to find a way. Some people have class right after tour duty. My class was usually like 9 or 10, so I had time to go shower and then probably get some food in my system, then go to class. But for the people that had class right after tour duty, you got to hurry up. Like, you got to have your clothes waiting on you when you get there, because if you miss class, like, you got punishment in the morning. Like, ain't no substitute for class. Like, you had to work out, you had class. So however you need to figure it out, you need to do it. So boom, you go to class. You'll go to class. Right after, you'll have to meet with your learning specialist. So you meet with them maybe an hour, 2 hours. So don't mess around and have to have tutoring. So now that's another hour, 2 hours you gotta be up there. Then your position group may want to watch film. So you gotta go back to the facility. That's another hour, 2 hours. Then boom, treatment. Another 2 hours you gotta be there. Then boom, now you gotta find the time to do your homework. So you still a student. So now you gotta do your homework. And then you got a life. So now you gotta text everybody back, call people. And somewhere in there, you gotta find time to go to sleep. You're tired. And then your day repeat the next day. But the next day, they probably added a lift, or you still got blitz. There's so much stuff. Like, your day really don't end till like 9, 10 o'clock every day at night. And it start at like 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you're going all day. So you gotta go all day with the standard of, if you're a minute late to anything, you're gonna get cussed out. And gotta be up even earlier the next day because you were late the day before. Crazy logic. You gotta be insane to commit to it. Like, you have to be a little insane. Like, I congratulate anybody, and this is not just like any college. Like, if you can go through like a semester at Florida State of tour duty and the workouts and the way we do it here, man, you are like man, you can do a lot. Man, you a good dude. Like, you a strong dude. Like, your will is, I'm willing to die for this. For real. Like, you gotta be willing to go.
Yeah.
You could drive you insane. Like, you don't have no like football is my life. Like, school is my life. Coach Novella is big on like how you do anything is how you do everything. Everything is here. Like, there's no like, I can be okay in school and be great at football. No, like, it don't work like that. Yeah. They don't play that. It don't happen like that. For real.
Jarrian, I might just go back to the hotel, dog, and give you 20 minutes of talking to the camera. You better at this than I am.
I mean, I just go.
Yeah.
You gotta, I don't know, just talk.
We talk about the off-season schedule and what's like for tour duty. in season.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember how many academic hours you took in the fall? You got like a 12-hour schedule, 15-hour. Do you recall what the course load was like?
Depending on your on what your major is, you can be in up to 18 hours, 20 some hours. Like, it get hectic. Like during the fall, during the season, like I remember last fall, I was in 15 hours. Like it get real, and you still gotta play ball. Like don't forget that. Now you still gotta play ball. Like, alright, we play.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's forgetting that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that? How do you take advantage of some of the academic resources that are made available to you? How do you balance being number 7 and the rotation that you're in defensively and the role that you play, and also the fact that you got to go to class, you got to turn in work. How is it during that stretch that you try to keep it just to where you can try to do everything at once?
I mean, I think you really gotta be like mentally strong to be able to be good in school and everything that comes with that. A regular college student knows the stress of just being a college student. So then you add the top of being a big time college athlete, and everything I do is maximized, and if I do anything opposite of what they expect me to do or what the norm of me being a college athlete is, then I get attacked. I get attacked on social media, everything. So I mean, it's kind of like you really gotta be mentally insane. Like you really gotta be able to take your mentality of the way you think and put it in a whole nother realm of thinking. Like you gotta be able to take everything that comes with it. As I say, you gotta be mentally like insane. Like to even walk in the building of the Moore Center where we got no earrings, no hood, no headphones, and you gotta think about this just to walk in the building. Mm-hmm. Every meeting you go to, there's no way you're walking there without a pen and a pencil. While you're not even gonna come in the meeting like that. No, you gotta be insane. I'm telling you, oh my God, you gotta be insane,
mentally strong.
People don't understand, I just caught on to, I just started learning, to be able to, it took me, 2 years of being here to be able to, manage it all, prioritize and put everything into a different bucket. I just really learned how to do it.
Yeah.
On year 3.
So you talk a lot about, almost separation of the student and the athlete there, as far as how you protect yourself mentally, or at least how you try to get yourself focused to do that. As somebody that's been around, you talk about social media and stuff like that. How do you just block that stuff out? How do you just, or maybe is that a learning experience that as you go through this, that random weirdos on Twitter don't really matter that much? Or how do you deal with that? Obviously Florida State's a unique place, massive football fan base, stadium, people that care, and with that come expectations and maybe criticism that no 21-year-old's going to have some moron on Twitter say, well, he was late to his economics class or something like that,
Yeah.
So expectations are only going to become because the uniform you wear, the role you play, as you've gone through the program and had a chance to mature. Has your opinion or viewpoint shifted on that at all?
I really think it's something you got to learn to do, because I'm not going to lie. I was one of those guys, I get back to my phone and everybody at me, and I go look and I read, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read exactly what you said. And I read it, you gotta be real tough to not to not let that get in your head. That's kinda that's something you work at every day. You bleed, you sweat, you cry for this, you give this your all, and for somebody to tell you suck, or what you did wasn't to their standard, or you should have did this, how about this? For 24 hours, we can switch roles. I'll come do what you do, you come do what I do, and you tell me if you can make it. Now you tell me if you can do anything that I do. Mm-hmm. So you really just gotta, it's a learning experience. I was one of those, I text you, after I see it and be bro, what's up? If I was with you right now, would you tell me this? Uh-huh. I used to be one of them guys, I text you that. So, I really just learned how to do that, yeah.
Very interesting. So, you've had a chance to experience Florida State. You also played at SEC school. What is it about Florida State that's maybe unique, or Tallahassee that's unique? What is it, in 5 years when you're playing in the NFL and on a Saturday you get to watch half hour of a college game, you're going to be oh, that's Florida State, and that's what I remember it being special to me.
There's no bigger brand than Florida State, and like that. I mean, like that. When you talk about college sports, you have to bring up Florida State in all aspects of sports. Like, just think about when you go into a locker room. Say you're in the NFL, you go into the locker room, and everybody talking about what college they went to. You know, a guy says he went to BYU. I mean, that's a good school. BYU is a great school. Like, I went to Oregon. That's a great school. Like, those are great schools. But when I tell you I went to Florida State, there's a certain respect you got to put on my name that I went to Florida State. There's no bigger, like, brand of Florida State. I mean, you have to uphold it like it is. It's Florida State. So, I mean, you don't go to Florida State with the expectation of, oh, I can mess up and nobody's going to say nothing. No, that's just not what Florida State is. Yeah. So you go to Florida State knowing that the standard is I have to be great every day. So, I mean, that's just really how you got to go about it.
Interesting. So, you know, maybe it's a Friday night before the game. Maybe it's when you're riding in a bus to the stadium. Are there ever any minutes where you're able to, I don't want to say like disassociate, but separate yourself from the player? Maybe it's 2 minutes and just look at all the fans, look at the, you know, the experience and just think that, this is a crazy process I'm in the middle of. And I'm one of 85 guys that 80,000 people have traveled to Tallahassee, or at least have traveled to the stadium today to watch them play.
Yeah, see, that Friday is crazy the day before the game, but that walk, like the walk we do before the game, like, I mean, that really put it into perspective of, like, what's really about to happen. And, like, what Florida State really is, because when we played LSU and we walked through, and we weren't even in Tallahassee, we were in New Orleans, and we did the walk, and I just seen everybody that was out there, I was like, this is why you come to Florida State. Like, this is exactly why you come to Florida State. And when you actually get on the field, when you come out the tunnel, and you see everybody out there, and you hear, oh, let's get loud, all that, and you like, man, this is why I came to Florida State. This is exactly what Florida State is. So, I mean, Florida State.
What was that Florida State, Florida atmosphere like?
I've never seen nothing like that before in my life.
Yeah.
And I played in some games. Like, and I played in the Egg Bowl. Like, you know, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ring like that. You know, like, I mean, I was at that. Like, I've never seen nothing like that. Florida State for the game. And I've never been a part of a game where they bomb rushed the field. Yeah. After they rushed the field that day, after that, that's like one of the most, like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, that's probably like something I remember for like the rest of my life.
So what has being able to be a part of the Battles In and associate with a group like ourselves meant to you or your family, or what opportunities has it created for you to be a positive force for good, either in your community, with your friends, with your family? What by pairing with us has opened up for you in your life?
I feel like Battles In has really just helped like the student athletes of Florida State just help us to just connect with different things and be able to help within the community of Tallahassee. I feel like we didn't really have a connection between the players and being able to do things within the city of Tallahassee. I feel like there was a big divide. Like, we would have to, like, there was a lot more that the athlete would have to do to be able to help within the city of Tallahassee. And I just feel like y'all gave us an open outlet to being able to help with the boosters and just things within the city. So I feel like it was big for both parties to be able to connect with, you know what I'm saying, something like that.
So you were able to take part and help promote the Second Harvest charity golf tournament that we did earlier in the year.
Sir.
And that's a group that particularly addresses food insecurity in the Big Bend area. Being able to partner with a group like that, is there a certain amount of pride that you're able to take from that, or, you know, the feeling that you're able to be the football player, be the guy with, you know, Twitter followers and everything else, and help leverage that following that you have to support a cause like that?
Yes, there's no better thing than helping a cause and just being there, because that, like, the feeling of being able to help and knowing that you're making an honest contribution to another cause outside of something that can help you, like, there's no better feeling than that. And it's just being able to do it with just me being able to be the athlete behind it and just seeing everything that goes into it. I mean, I feel like there's nothing better than that. Just being able to step outside of your own body and being able to help for something outside of you, I feel like there's no better feeling than that.
Yeah. Well, Jarrian, as one of the people that you probably had to check on Twitter once or twice, great to be able to talk to you, my man, and this has been great, and, you know, wildly appreciate your time. This has been awesome,
sir.
man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
I did good.
You suffered from a little bit of shyness, but other than that.
Yeah, I was good. I was a little nervous. I was sweating in my head.
You're good, bro. That was awesome.
You was about to